I regret marrying someone from a different culture and ethnicity. I'll never admit this out loud to anyone in my real life, but I do regret marrying someone from a different culture and ethnicity. I feel ashamed even writing that, but it's the truth. The hardest part is his own self-hatred. Over time, I've realized he didn't really choose me because of who I am, but because I'm white. He has said many times that he'd never marry someone of his own ethnicity. I was only 21 when we met, and I didn't fully understand what that meant. Having kids changed everything. There's no romance anymore. Sex maybe once every 2 months, and I can feel that he's forcing himself. His energy and attention all go to our kids. No gifts, no surprises, he even forgot my birthday this year. Maybe that isn't cultural, but I do feel like in his country being the devoted father is almost glorified, like that's the whole identity of a man after having kids. And then there are his parents. If I started writing about how condescending, toxic, and controlling they became after the baby, it would take hours. They are obsessed with our children. Some of it is cultural, some of it is just them being awful people. They pressure him constantly. I overheard his mom saying at least 20 times how his eyes are too small. Thank God now her grandkids have beautiful eyes just like her. It made me sick. I don't regret him as the father of my kids. He is wonderful with them, even if he's anxious about the smallest things. He does his best and I still love him. But the cultural differences, his obsession with race, and his self-hatred weigh so heavily on me. I love our children more than anything, but sometimes I feel sad for them because of the way he talks. One time, I don't even know how the topic came up, I said something like people might see our kids as Asian and he replied, yes, and you know that for most people here looking Asian is a bad thing, it's not something to be proud of. That crushed me. It stuck in my head for days, and I couldn't stop thinking about it when I looked at my kids. I've never seen them like that, never thought of them that way, the thought alone tortured me. On the outside, we look like a beautiful family, bilingual, 2 cultures, good jobs, a stable life. But inside, I'm not happy anymore. His issues are dragging me down. I've lost confidence. I've stopped trying to comfort him, it's a lost cause. It's never good enough, it's never perfect enough, he will never be satisfied. Only our kids bring me joy and keep me going and I'll do my best to make them happy. Damn. Sorry to hear this. There's plenty of toxic thinking in Asian cultures, especially around race. I would agree with other commenters, therapy/self-reflection is needed for both. The self-hatred will pass on to the kids if it continues. I felt a lot of self-hatred growing up Asian in a white American world. I resented it. But today, I've come to accept it, appreciate the positive things the culture gave me, that both cultures gave me actually. No person or country is perfect. But staying positive, being grateful always helps. Time for family and individual therapy. The problem isn't his ethnicity but his mindset. Tell him about it. Be clear that hating his ethnicity was already weird enough, but now it also means hating your son's ethnicity, which is understandably beyond the line for you. You say he's a good father but he's going to give those kids issues. It sounds like you have done everything in your power to cope with the situation, except perhaps with confronting him directly about his issue and expressing concern about it. If you haven't done that, consider it as a last resort. I think you should have started to be skeptical of the relationship and walked away when he started putting you up on pedestal because you're white. I see this a lot, actually, in many communities where a man of color will only date white women and the women will think it's a good thing. It's not. Men like this like the idea of you, in this case, you being white, not actually you as a person. And unfortunately, your kids will deal with a lot of self-hate. How do I know? I've dealt with this personally as my dad is exactly as your husband, and he hated that my siblings and I took after him more than our mom. So, at least try to fix this for your kids' sake. As another Redditor suggested, you need to confront him. You guys must sit and talk. Tell him how you feel. A man might not notice what's going on and thinks everything is okay while it's not. If Asian is so bad, if his ethnicity is so bad, if there is nothing to be proud of and if he is ashamed of his roots, then why would you spend the rest of your life with him and have kids with him? Make him open his eyes and hopefully his stance and attitude will change. Of course, he can't change his view as it's deeply engraved in his mind I guess, but he should cope with it without impacting you and the kids. Discussion is the key to everything. He needs to understand you. If he does, he will adjust. Before doing so, make a list of all the things you want to discuss with him and make sure to tackle each of these. Good luck, and it is very brave of you to share this.